What's up, everybody? Welcome to this week's edition of the Purpose Podcast, where we're always blessed to be able to show up to you each and every week and know that you're here with us. And I want to thank you for being part of this community. We're continuing to add more and more new listeners, new followers, and I think our message, it's only taken 5 years, but our message is continuing to build momentum. And I just want to thank you for that. Without you all, I'd just be talking to myself, to be honest with you. So thanks so much. Continue to like, subscribe, share, help us reach our mission, which is to be the most impactful podcast in the world by sharing purposeful content each and every week. So this week I wanted to kind of share with you something I do in my leadership classes, something I've done personally quite a bit, and that is an exercise I call like being my best me. How do I make sure I'm my best me? And what are some things I can do to bring my best me back to light when I'm struggling? Maybe things aren't going well. Maybe I'm lacking focus or lacking motivation, or I'm full of doubts or insecurities. How do I be my best me? What are some things I can do to bring that back to the forefront? So here's an exercise I like to do. So you take a piece of paper and you draw it into four quadrants, and the best used in the middle. In the first quadrant, the upper left, is what I call gratitude, right? So what am I grateful for today? What would I put in there? Is it my family? Is it my friends? Is it my house? Is it the fact I'm struggling? Just the fact I even woke up today. Maybe I'm grateful for that. My faith, my job, the fact I have places to go, the blessings that surround my life, specific things that make you feel grateful, right? Because if you start your day with gratitude, if you start your day appreciating what you already have, it's hard to be upset about the other things. It's hard to, the problems that come with what I have, it's because I have it, right? Like go way back into the day when we did the episode, even dreams come with problems. A lot of the things we wake up stressing over or worrying about or not wanting to do, wishing we didn't have to do it, is a direct result of things that have happened successfully in our lives, of our dreams that have come true. Right. So when I'm grateful that I get to take my kids to the doctor today, instead of being upset, because one time I wanted to have a family. I dreamt of being a dad or a mom, right? So when we start our day with gratitude, we see things in a different light. We see things in a different lens, and really makes the problems we're facing less daunting because we know why we're facing them. We know why we have it. The second thing up in the top right hand is, what characteristics of people do I want to attract in my world? What would I like my ideal circle to be like? So we started with gratitude. Now we move to our circle of five. So what are the characteristics I want these people to be? I want them to be funny, understanding, passionate about what they're doing, genuine, real people. Maybe they're patient. Maybe they give grace for mistakes made around them. Maybe they're loyal. They stick with us through thick and thin. They help hold us accountable when we're letting ourselves down, when we're not showing up for ourselves. They remind us of what we said. Maybe they're driven, they're hardworking, they're motivated. They build people up instead of tearing them down. They see what's possible instead of what's not. They're respectful, they're encouraging. Right? Write down, what is it you want these people to be in your circle? Because if we know what we're looking for in others, well, now we can start to attract that to our circle. And one of the byproducts of it is, if you're writing down what you're looking for in other people, there's a great chance you're going to emulate it, because you know most people are looking for that in you as well. Right? This little exercise is almost an accountability. Say, hey, wait a second here. How am I going to show up in those circles? Because if other people are out looking to change their circle maybe a little bit, maybe upgrade their circle, up level their circle, if you will, is my behavior today going to allow me access to it? Am I being that person they want in? You see, is what we're trying to bring to us, we can also bring to them. So you start with Gratitude. What are we grateful for today? Right now, what are we grateful for? Then we go to, okay, let's go to personal accountability. What am I trying to attract and how will I show up for others? And the bottom left is what we call, David Goggins calls it a cookie jar. I call it like a past success, whatever you want to call it. Now we're going to write down what are some hard things we've done in our past and overcome? What are some hard challenges we faced where we weren't sure we could get through it and we did it? Right? In a recent class, people said stuff like triathlons, being part of a championship football team, graduating from college or police academies, um, whatever it is, running, lifting weights, eating a structured diet so you lost all that weight, getting up and exercising so you felt better about yourself. What are the hard things you've done in the past? And not like a general thing, but a specific thing. Like on this day, I ran a triathlon. That's something I can believe in myself for. Or this day, I overcame this obstacle by, you know, graduating college and creating a better life for my family that nobody else in my generation, in our family had ever done. Like whatever it is, like specific things. And you see why that's important is it's easy for the negative voice to come into light. It's easy for us to hear things and doubts and that creep in and uncertainty in today's world, right? We're full of that. But now we got to have tactics and skills to go, wait a second, let me pull out a success. Let me remind myself of something I did hard so that I know I can get through the obstacle today. You see, like episode we did a couple weeks ago, success leaves clues. But it's up to us to remember our past successes, to give them as much credence as we do our past failures. So I like as Goggins calls it his cookie jar. When you're faced with doubts and insecurities, and you're not sure you could take one more step, you're not sure you could read one more book, you're not sure you could do that one more thing that you know you want to do, you need to do in your life, you go to your cookie jar. You go to your past success and pull and go, no, wait a second. I already did something way harder than this. I got this. It might be a challenge. I might have to learn some new stuff. I might have to sweat a little bit. I might have to endure some uncomfortableness, but I got this because I've gotten other things in my life. So we start with our gratitude. We start with our accountability of the people we want in our lives and how we're going to show up for them through behaviors. We go to our cookie jar, our past successes. Then the last part of this exercise in the lower right piece of your paper, to be your daily best you, is our why. Why are we doing this? And this why is not some little small thing because my boss said so. It's not because I have this job and it's a requirement. Why are we doing this whole thing in life? Why do we do this? So sit with that and really come up with it, right? For your future self, for your children to see you, because you had daughters, you had sons, because your family's counting on you. Like, why are we getting up? Why are we doing the things we do? Why are we going to challenge ourselves to be our best you every day instead of just going through the motions? Instead of just getting in the routine and the safety and security of doing all the same stuff we've been doing for years, but we know inside it leaves us a little bit unfulfilled. Why do we do what we do? And those of you who've been following me, you probably heard this 1,000 times. You read about it in my book, hopefully. But if you're new, like a lot of people seem to be coming to us lately, why do I do this? Why do I, some completely average human being by all accounts and measurements, why do I believe I should have a podcast? Why do I believe every week I should just put out an episode on Thursdays for 5 years? Why would people listen to me? Why should I believe that I'm any different than everybody else? And you see, the reason I do this is because I know the power of story, and I know the power of ordinary people that came into my life that chose to invest in me, that maybe gave me some advice, maybe spent time with me, maybe challenged my current way of thinking, ordinary people that showed up and had an extraordinary role in my life to where I wouldn't be who I am today without people playing those roles. So one of my reasons for showing up every week is I get to share, like this week is just me sharing this exercise with you. Maybe it makes a difference to one person around the world. Maybe somebody around the world was just having a terrible day, just been stuck in a rut, and this exercise gets them out. That's a great why, right? Because I know it's going to reach somebody somewhere at just the time they need it. So why do you do what you do? Dig deep and spend time with that. Make sure it's unquestionable. This is why I do what I do. Right? If I don't share stories like this, who's going to? Yeah, there's 1,000 other podcasts, but will it have this exact story? Will it reach you at exactly the same point in time? No, right? It's unique to all of us, and all our shared stories have power. If we share them, all our activities are powerful. Our lives are powerful. If we step into it and show up as the best version of ourselves each and every day. So take this exercise and let's see what we can create. Share it with me. Right? Piece of paper, 4 quadrants. Top left, what are you grateful for? Top right, what are the characteristics of people I want to attract in my circle? And flip it, how am I going to show up to their circle? Bottom left, cookie jar. What are my past successes that I know I can pull readily available the minute doubt creeps up into my little head? And on bottom right corner, why do I do this? Why do I do this? Children, family, legacy, because everybody told you you couldn't do it, so now I'm going to prove people wrong. Why do you do it? Not a tangible thing, not for cash or cars, but something deeper. Why? That drives you, that nobody else can own in the world but you. Give this exercise a try and let me know what you think, man. As always, I appreciate you being here. Right now, I got to tell you, I'm enjoying some sunshine and a beautiful spring day in the desert. Hope the world's good wherever you are, and let's go out and make this day the best we can. Thank you so much for being part of the community. Please continue to like, share, subscribe, help us grow this purposeful community. And you never know which story is going to reach somebody at the right time and change their life. Thank you so much.